Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another exciting episode of Women Now today. What do we have, Manish?
Well, we have a lot of great things on the show, but I think that first off, we wanted to talk about the foundations that we support and believe in, right?
Right, the causes. What cause do you support?
You know, there's so many different things going on in the world, of course. And again, as South Asians, we always like to say what's going on back home, but this is home too, so we always have to kind of balance it.
Right. I think the main reason being that we came from India, and when we came from India, we were really underprivileged, and we've seen a lot of suffering in India. So our heart goes out because we still connect. Our roots are still there. So a lot of causes in India that we pick up. There are many problems to solve.
Yep.
But I think the most important thing to solve is education.
Literacy, yeah, absolutely.
Literacy changes the future of the kids and the next generation, and finding them jobs and all of that.
Yeah, and investing in the future, which is the kids, right?
Correct.
That's
We
it.
have an organization called Pratham that organized a fundraiser in the Bay Area to educate kids back at home. And let's find out why people support a cause. Was there ever a turning point in their life that prompted them to support that cause? Or was it something else? Let's find out.
Well, Pratham's a great organization, and I've been volunteering with them for 5 years. And the purpose of our annual galas is to fundraise and raise money, because all the children that we benefit are actually in India. So I just hope that my presence here and helping out at the event and having everyone come together for a great cause just raises awareness in the Bay Area community.
Many years ago, a senior bureaucrat asked me, so you talk about social change and so on, what are you doing about literacy? And at that time I had no idea what I was going to do. But that night, that midnight that the question was asked, I thought that was the most important thing that I could do. And I started working on adult literacy initially, and then went on to the children's work and so on.
So now let's address, as someone who's originated from India, I mean, when you mix poverty and then you mix gender of a child, be it a boy or a girl, there is a big disparity. So how does Pratham address it, or what are your views on whether a boy being sent to school versus a girl and so on?
See, I think the situation in India has changed a lot. As far as primary education, elementary education up to the age of 14 is concerned, we find that over 95% kids are in school or enrolled in school. That doesn't mean that they go to school. The disparity that you talk about comes out when a family has to make a choice as to whether they want to send a boy or the girl to a private school. What we find in government schools, the proportion of boys and girls is almost equal. But in private schools, the student enrollment shows that there are 60% boys and 40% girls. So when it comes to actually investing money in a girl's education, there is discrimination, and these are people with money. But otherwise, enrollment of girls in school is now very high. That's not a problem up to the age of 12, 14. After that, the mobility of the girl is what limits. Because today in India, within 1 kilometer of every habitation, there's a primary school up to the age of 10. It's the next stage of upper primary, which is a little further away, 2-3 kilometers. And there are many issues related to the access to school, social, cultural, distance. And then when you go to high school, there's no high school. There's not enough high schools. So beyond 14 years, even boys drop out. One, because there is no school, or because the schools are so ineffective today that they cannot negotiate the curriculum after that. So barely about 35-40% kids go beyond 8th grade into high school, and a larger number of girls drop out. So there are these problems of accessing school. Now, where you talk about accessing education, the end result of schooling should be that the children should know something, skills and knowledge. What we find is the schools are not able to deliver basic skills of reading, writing, arithmetic. which then can lead to, say, problem solving, soft skills, and so on. So the confidence that the child needs to have, that is just missing, which translates further into not being employable, not being able to absorb training. And so while India is growing economically, the industry and businesses find that there are not enough people, even at the entry level, to be employed, who can be employed or who can be employed and trained on the job.
So Omi, your presence here and the connection with Three Idiots, what's the linking thread?
Question. Basically, Three Idiots is a movie about following your dream and not limiting yourself. And the event here is about making dreams come true for the youth of India. And Pratham does a lot of education, primary education work. And the India that we're going to have in the future is, if we invest in it right now, then we can have a great future. I mean, we have to think long term about India and about, we've had the benefits of America, but our culture comes from India. So if we want to continue that culture, grow that culture, make it rich, and be proud of it, we really need to invest in the children right now. So I've come all the way from India just for this event. Hopefully my presence can get all of the Silicon Valley millionaires to get excited and see just how important this cause is and how much of a difference they can make. I also went to one of the slums in Bombay, to one of the schools in the slums, and we did a video, so we're going to show that as well. So it's a very important cause, and it's very close to my heart.
Well, Omi, thank you so much, and I hope that answer gets a lot of people to open their wallets. Thanks a ton.
Let's hope. You guys at home can do it too. Pratham.org, PrathamUSA.org.
Thanks so much.
Smile for me. You got the best teeth out of all of us. What is the
Really?
story? Seriously, your whites are much whiter than mine. The line is real straight. I mean, I'm not a dentist. but
Hey, let's take you to my dentist to find out.
Who's your dentist?
I'll find out.
Oh, is this a surprise?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's take you and talk about what is important about your teeth. I'm so excited to be here with Roshni and Preeti talking about kids' dental care. Now tell me, what is the first age that a baby or a child should walk into this clinic?
Ideally, we want to see kids 6 months after their tooth erupts into their mouth. So anywhere between the ages of 10 months and 1 year is a good age, so that the dentist can educate caregivers and parents about prevention.
Okay, now at that age, are they really scared to come here? They're like babies and little kids, and why are they taking me there? Why are they making me open my mouth? Are they really nervous coming here as kids?
No, actually they're excited. They come in, they get to sit, read books. We have a playroom. They get to sit and read books with their parents, and then they are taken into the room where they get to pick their own movies, and they don't even know when the treatment is over. And then they're rewarded with stickers and toys, and they're actually excited, and they ask their parents when are they going to see the dentist next.
Oh, because they're dealing with nice people, who are pampering them. So now tell me how important it is to have kids, the baby tooth taken care of. I mean, how important are baby tooth?
So baby teeth are very important because the adult teeth only come in between the ages of 6 and 12. And till then, we are using our baby teeth. So it's very important for growth of jaw and self-esteem and speech.
Okay, now tell me, does it determine how we take care of a baby teeth? Does that reflect how the teeth will be when they grow up, like whether they're going to need a brace or they're going to need something else, or the cavities that happen when they're little kids? Does that reflect later on in life?
So two things. At this day and age, parents are very conscious of baby teeth and how the adult teeth are going to be. So they ask us about crowding and how the jaw growth is, and we can kind of predict if the child will have crowding and would need braces in future, or they're fine. Cavities, yes, we want to prevent any future infections and any discomfort to the children. So that's why the earlier they're taken care of, then they don't go through the whole traumatic experience if need be.
Okay, now the most important question, what are the do's and don'ts when it comes to kids and teeth? I know they love candies, they love all the sweet things and the cravings, and they don't probably brush always while going to bed. What are some of the do's and don'ts that you absolutely need to follow?
So we want the kids to develop healthy habits right from the beginning. So we encourage parents not to share their food, like their spoon, while they're eating with the kids, because these germs can easily get transferred from one mouth to the other, and caries is an infectious disease. So, and then foods, of course, like high sugar foods to avoid. There are a lot of foods which have hidden sugars like raisins and juices, which stick onto the teeth and cause caries.
Okay, what are some of the things that they can do as a baby or a kid?
The simplest thing they can do is rinse their mouth frequently. Here everybody's on the go, and the kids, they stay in the school whole day, then they haven't brushed since whole morning to the night time. So the plaque, it builds up every 12 hours. They need to be rinsing in between the meals, definitely brushing before going to bed, and just having flossing, healthy habits which we are all aware of. We just need to put it in action, and parents need to be role models for that.
I know. Now, my favorite topic is, our community and how often do people bring their kids. And as mom, I don't think I followed religiously every step along the way to bring my child to a dentist. What would be your advice to parents like us?
Kids every 6 months, bring them with you and make it like, everybody comes together. The kids know that the parents are there, so they're less nervous, and then we have a lot of entertainment for them over here, and basically we want to distract them.
Right now,
we want to change the attitude of getting into preventative versus the mode when something is hurting and then they're coming. So we want to change that, turn over that concept. If they're coming every 6 months, we can do preventative stuff like sealants, which is simple stuff, and the big stuff won't happen. Then big cavities or bigger problems won't happen if we're seeing them on regular basis.
I'm here downtown San Francisco at Pashma. They're the luxury international cashmere, beautiful scarves around. I'm going to quickly dress up and come and show you what they have in store. We are here downtown San Francisco on Maiden Lane, which is also a historic lane, I'm told. Nirjao, welcome to Women Now. Really excited to be here. And look at this collection, it's beautiful. And when did you start this?
Well, thank you so much for inviting us to be here. And we started
Well, I came here, so thank you for inviting me here.
Yeah. Well, I'm not here every day, so I'm here to see you especially. So
Thank you.
I started October 25th, is it? Yes, October 25th last year. So we're very new, and we brought Pashma to the United States. Pashma is a well-known European and now Asian brand, and this is our first store in the United States. We are a flagship store, which means we carry a wide variety. And Pashma specializes in textiles and weaves, and we have a very international ethos.
Right, look at this. You guys can't tell, but this is so light. I don't even feel like I'm wearing anything.
Exactly.
I mean, how do you keep the fabric so light?
So we have the purest cashmere and silk. So
So this is silk and cashmere?
Silk and cashmere, which gives it a very light, nice, warm, yet warm feeling. It's very comfortable. So we're very stylish, but we always say we're very comfortable too. We actually started in the travel industry, so that all our materials are very easy to
this
pack
you can
and take.
sleep, wear it all the
Exactly.
time, pack it, it won't take much
And you
space.
can hand wash this and it'll retain its looks. It won't
Now, so what is
spoil.
this material called?
These are different blends. So this particular one is a cashmere silk blend.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Now, this top right over here can be worn with jeans,
Absolutely.
with any pants or leggings.
Absolutely.
And it has a very fusion look to it for some reason with the belt, and you can do it with a little salwar. I mean, I think this is like the most fusion dress that I have seen. Your store has a very ethnic fusion look to it. It's modern, yet the designs are very Indian, very ancient, all the mangoes and the colors and all that. Now, do you get them made here or you bring them from India?
It all comes from India, so we are very proud of the fact that we go all the way from manufacturing the cashmere. We have actually adopted the tribe that we get the cashmere from, to the separation of the fibers, and we have an international team of designers that we then release 2 selections, a fall selection and a spring selection, and that work is finally done in India. So the selection is done in Europe, but the final work is all done in
Well,
India.
you're also a professor at Stanford. What got you to fashion and Pashma? What was the story behind it?
Well, there are 2 reasons. I've actually been researching sustainable production at Stanford University, and one of the things I loved about Pashma is that they're all about being green and about being sustainable, and the fact that they have brought this wonderful art that we had in India back to the marketplace, which was lost. Essentially, it was with the Maharajas, and for a while it was lost. In fact, Pashmina, people have only got it if they inherited it from their great-grandmother. And we brought it back to market. In fact, the word Pashmina got very popular. You'll notice about 15 years ago when we first entered the market.
So I'm on my second look over here, and Madhavi is going to explain the look to me. But before you do that, I have to tell you, this is the best fabric I've ever worn. It is so soft. It doesn't look soft because it has all this bold color. You'd think it's a heavy material, but I mean, this just flows. It's like not even paper.
That's a specialty. Pashma specializes in soft material, the quality of our materials. It's the top grade silk, top grade cashmere. This is silk. This is 100% silk, and it is just fabulous material. And in fact, this was designed by our French designer, who is part of Pashma's team. And as you know, Pashma has a very global look. So we are an international brand, and we're an international luxury brand that is big in Europe and in Asia. And now we have introduced it in America, and people love it. But we have this very international look. And in fact, what I'm going to do, we have a scarf that matches it. This is cashmere and silk. And I'm going to actually drape this around you to complete this look.
Okay.
So this is one way of wearing it. And this way, you can go from grunge to glam in 2 seconds flat.
Oh, I feel so good.
You look great. You look
This
fabulous.
is awesome. I mean, the scarf made my neck kind of feel soft, cozy, comfortable, warm.
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
And this is perfect for San Francisco weather, for America, because cashmere will fluff up after some time, and it'll warm up. It'll capture the warmth of your neck and your body.
Right.
And
look at this beautiful color. So here I am with all black look, and Madhavi is going to dress me up now. So this is a plain black top, of course, as comfortable as ever. And then I'm just wearing this. You're going to put that on.
What I'm going to do, Ina, now I'm going to put you in a silk cashmere sweater. And this is a beautiful sweater that helps in layering up. So when you want to keep warm in your office or at anywhere, if you want to go out. And the special thing about this is, you see how we have this.
This feels so good.
How does it feel? And it's really, again, it's warm without being overpowering, but it's just the right amount of warmth because we use the finest grade cashmere. It comes from our Changpa tribe. They rear the goats. The Kapra Hurkas goat, 1/6 of a human hair. So it's the top grade cashmere.
Right.
So you see how this piping.
I love the uneven piping here. I've never seen that before.
Nobody else does it. This is Pashma's designs. We're very special.
Now, what do you call them? Pashmanistas?
Yes. So I was going to tell you, when I put this special look, you're going to go from grunge to glam in 2 minutes flat. And once you wear our garments, you become a Pashmanista. You become a fashionista, Pashmanista, and once you go Pashmanista, you never go back.
So these are shawls?
Yes, and these are silk cashmere
shawls. Look at the lovely, pretty colors.
And each one of them has been hand embroidered with beautiful, beautiful sequins.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put one of these on you and show you how you can go instantly from grunge to glam. This is a beautiful one. Let me show you one of these. There you go.
Wow.
Look at that. There you go. You look beautiful. And the color
Thank
looks so
you.
beautiful. And you know what?
So
It's
pretty.
so warm.
And these are all hand embroidered?
Each and every one of them is
Wow.
hand embroidered. It's got another layer of cashmere underneath it, like right here. And so you're not going to get cold. So you can do away with coat check. You don't need to do coat check anymore.
So now am I a Pashmanista?
You are now officially a Pashmanista. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
Pashma.
Thank you so much. This was wonderful. I can't wait to, own one of this. Thank you.
Well, viewers, it's that time when we have to say goodbye to you till next week. We do hope you've enjoyed this show, and we really, really ask you, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, tell your friends. It's your show. It's all about you.
And tell us what you want to hear on the show at info@womennow.tv. And as always, we are going to end with a quote. Og Mandino once quoted, "Once you realize how valuable you are and how much you have going for you, the smiles will return, the sun will break out, the music will play, and you will finally be able to move forward in the life of God intended for you with grace, strength, courage, and confidence." We'll see you next week, same time, same place. Till then, you know what to do. Take care of yourself.
See ya.